Hello and welcome to WTCL round 15 of Bahrain, and we are back with the last main round of the season, and this is the decider round for the Drivers' Championship. We have quite many drivers to win the title, and we will see who will win it. Wyzen has the
Three,
biggest chance.
4, 5 red lights. Here we go.
Oh.
And your eyes don't deceive you. That is actually a Baltico on pole. It is Lorenzo. So to Bergen, it's okay.
Mendez is now taking the lead.
Yep, let's see. Mendez in that
Oh,
Volkswagen
Nikolaev's
goes
had a
into
good
turn
start.
one.
Oh, Torres looks like he was making it 3 wide.
Have they all made it safely through? Looks like they have.
Well, Torres is already up to 7th. Oh, nope, he's
Ninth.
down a couple of places.
Lindvis dropping back.
And now he's back to 7th.
Yeah.
Mendez, Lorenzo, Nikolaev got past Perez. Weissen's upper placing is down a place. Oh, Nikolaev's dropped a couple of places.
Nikolaev.
Now Torres up to P5, up 5 places from the start.
Ison up to P4.
Oh, Weissen's been turned. Oh, I think he got half turned by Torres.
That would have been drama for the championship leader coming into this weekend, of course.
I mean, 3 of the top 5 are in the top 5 at the moment.
Yeah.
Torres is 4th, Mendez leads. Not Mendez leads, Weissen leads. Mendez is 3rd.
And Cordova, who is 2nd, all the way down in P12.
Perez is back past Weissen.
They've all made it safely through the opening. Liam Henry's dropped back.
4 places.
Henry has dropped back. He started in P7 down to P10, which is interesting given he's got that Volkswagen, of course.
Lindqvist is down 2 places. Boucher,
he's in a way.
Boucher and Henry side by side. Henry's going to have the inside into this corner.
Yeah, anything's going to happen. I mean, Boucher the Butcher having a fine start to this race. I'm actually going to praise her for once. She's had a very good start to this race, starting P13 in the middle. And now Liam Henry might actually drop outside the top 10 here because he's got Osten Linkist all over the back of his gearbox. The race down towards turn 1.
Firmino's pulled out very early. Oh, 3 wide. It's Firmino. Is that
Trojan? And on the inside there, looks to be Cordova.
It was the Rotel car, Viscander.
Yeah, here we go. They're going 3 wide into turn 1. And it is a nightmare. And this is a nightmare scenario for Louis Cordova, down to P15, 2nd in the championship. It could not be going much worse for him at the moment.
Oh, who's pulling out in the background? Is that?
That is Christopherson,
I think. Yes, it is.
Getting up ahead of Sid van der Linde, P21.
It's also refreshing that we can now see the lap we're actually on. This time, the new graphics here.
We got a much needed update to the UI, and we're not going to shut up about it.
Absolutely not. We're going to talk about it for half of this because it makes our lives so much easier.
Yeah, because now we don't miss retirements. By the way, can I just say, Kiss Motorsport 31st and 32nd. They're having a great weekend.
Thompson's dropped down about 7 places from the start.
Yeah, Thompson started 23rd, so she must have had an incident somewhere.
Corleone
has got ahead of you, and Bonaventura might get weighty here.
26th at the moment. Yeah, U's 26th, but
this might cause some issues in the commentary box here. We got a Dufar car fighting with a Stoffel Autosport car, and in front of them is a Leicester car. This is going to be interesting to see how this goes in the commentary. As it looks like Bonaventura has got ahead of the Chinese car ahead of the.
You once again so much further behind his teammate.
Yeah, I mean, I had a look at this on the
last weekend. He finished 29th and lost 14 places in the first race, while Torres won. Then Torres gained about 8 places while Hugh retired, and this race, you qualified 14 places behind, now running 21 places behind.
I mean, on the topic of bad other drivers, I did this. I this is one of my notes we want to discuss the finances. Dufar, Madison struggles in comparison to Singh. You have, also not Singh, bloody Bonaventura. Stoffel, no surprises there. Also Nürburgring, because Jarbo compared to Balashine is just unreal, and Envy. Although to be fair, Henry only had 2 races. Speaking of Henry, here he is. Getting overtaken by Austin Linkis, please. Oh, damn it.
Rhoda wasn't particularly
Special
very
either, no.
quick.
I only had a look at current drivers on the grid though, so obviously Henry was going to be a bit because he had a really poor first weekend here, but he's doing a bit better here. Started 7th, down to 10th, but would still be points, I guess.
Oh,
As Austin
Lindqvist
Lindqvist
is
moves
coming
out. Go on, Lindqvist.
He's
Absolutely no bias here.
The double apex corner,
Send it.
and doesn't have a great
That's
exit.
just the straight line speed of the Volkswagen, sadly.
They all have the same powered engine, the same amount of power in the engine.
Oh, well, shut up.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just that the Volkswagen is so much better than the Renault. The Renault is like,
Lindqvist just got a bad exit.
as we look back to the front, it's Mendez. Lorenzo holding his own in second, surprisingly.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to drop back, but this could be a nightmare situation for Bergian, who it has been heavily rumored have financial issues.
Lorenzo has actually been very decent recently. He was running third at Imola before he had his very unlucky retirement.
I made a review of all the drivers, and I said Lorenzo had a very underrated campaign, so it's good to see I didn't jinx one driver, at least. Because by the looks of it, he might actually get
Lorenzo's catching. Yeah, he gained about 6 attempts down the straightaway. So we're going to look at... There's another straightaway after this, so we've got to look at... Torres is all over Vyson. Fallen back a tad through that first few corners. Lorenzo's all over the back.
Back for the field.
Only 3 tenths. I don't really think they've all sort of gone a bit away from each other. Firmino holds the reverse grid pole over Cordova, who's falling back this race, and Cordova's really the closest person to the championship right now.
What if this is some kind of 20,000 IQ play by Cordova, and he's like trying to get the sprint pole and hoping Bison blows up? What if there's like some 20,000 IQ by Louis Cordova that we're not aware of?
Probably not. Probably just having a bad
At the moment, by the way, crucial for the championship, Wolfgang Bison is the fastest lap of the race.
Yeah. Well, Bison leads, I think, by 23 points, I think, over Cordova.
24.
About 45 points back.
You want to point out.
Yeah, and then about 45 points back is Torres and Mendez, who are tied. Mendez is obviously going to get a nice little boost in this race, but if they finish where they are, Mendez and Torres go out. Actually, no. If the race finishes like this, I think it's mathematically impossible for Vyson to lose the championship.
He'd go up to 269. Cordova would end on.
I think you can only get 25 or 30 points in the sprint race. Vyson would extend over Cordova by about.
Oh, hang on.
20
Lorenzo on
points.
Mendez.
Oh.
Gets it, does he? No. Again, that Volkswagen.
Mendez would only gain about
40 points. That would be 242. Bison leads by 27.
I think Mendez might just be mathematically in it.
2 for fastest lap, so the gap would be 29 to Mendez. Torres wouldn't be close enough, and nothing else is doing anything. So 29.
How many points did the reverse grid race win?
Lorenzo, no!
Whoa!
Oh no, it's happened again!
I cursed him again!
Heartbreak. Oh, heartbreak!
I cursed him! This was my fault! Tavogi is probably sending me news right now.
Oh my god.
That's a disturbing image, hang on.
How unlucky from Baltica.
If Baltica go down, I think I might be a dead man walking. Well, anyway, back to what I was saying. The most points you can get from the sprint race is 27. 25 for the win and 2 for fastest lap.
Yeah. So
and at the moment, Bison is clear by 29. So at the moment, Bison is champion.
Yeah.
That puts Lindqvist into ninth somehow. Reverse grid pole now held by Madison. Zimmerman, hang on. it might not be over yet for Baltica because they're on reverse grid pole at the moment.
Oh, yeah.
What if that was a 20,000? No, hang on.
Travagast.
But no,
Zabis.
at the moment, Bison would be
Oh.
world champion. As speaking of Serban, he's just gone wide.
Oh.
Okay, I need to shut up about Baltica. It would appear I'm a bad omen on that team.
Well, he's actually technically overtaken Cordova.
That's a bad thing for them. Although, interestingly, Cordova on pole.
Oh!
Whoa, who's that? That's Babin spinning.
Cordova would be out off. Oh, goodness.
Oh shit, the England team started.
Babanu? Yeah, Babanu's the one who spun out.
He did a spin.
Oh, Cordova's hit Babanu.
Drama at Drake. That is a very interesting.
At the team.
I mean, Drake can't even worry of losing the Constructors' Championship.
Why is Boucher
Oh,
so slow?
that's
Wow.
very bad. That's a very poor accident, and that could be a penalty for Cordova.
Oh,
Very, very poor by Cordova there.
Boucher is stuck in second, you.
Oh, Boucher's race is good.
And Boucher, the Butcher,
Where's Madison
It would
came out?
appear
It's now
has-
up to 12th.
it would appear, excuse the pun, has butchered her gearbox. But
Look, where's Madison come from?
he has come from somewhere further down the grid.
Oh,
16.
So,
One,
I'm watching the England game,
two.
so I'll bring it up here.
3, 4. 4 places just from this instant alone, but up to 12th from about somewhere in the 20s.
Started 21st.
Yeah, so up 9 places. 4 of them gained in a couple of corners.
So let's just get this right. I said Madison was one of the worst second drivers, and he's turning a wilderness. And I said Lorenzo was underrated, and he blew up. Joseph Lester strikes again. Only I can do this. Only I.
Oh, look.
So
The
bad.
top 4 covered by 8/10.
Master plan. And Bison in third, pretty much. Yeah, there's no way Bison loses the
7
championship
tenths
unless he
between
beats
the
up.
top 4. Oh, no, it's the 10. To be fair, any one of these drivers could make an overtake at this point, and the reality is, Mendes
here
is the most vulnerable.
Now, here would be an interesting conspiracy theory. What if, like, I don't know, Torres or Singh just dive bombs into Bison to spice up the championship? As the Bahrain
I mean,
PowerPoint kicks in for a second. Anyone having a look? Not really.
oh,
No.
Essentially a touch.
Hang on, Bison going to try and go on Mendes, and Perez is now open to Torres.
Oh, goodness.
I don't know if he's
Now
screaming
Singh's
because
going
of
to
the
have a little
overtake.
run
or
on
the fact-
Torres.
See, I can't tell whether Ethan is excited because of the race or the fact Torres is doing something. I can't tell which one it is. Probably a mixture of the two, to be honest.
I mean, I think Torres has scored the most points in the second half of the season out of anyone.
I can't be asked to check that. I'd have to do the math.
I'm pretty sure
Every
it's like
single driver.
60. I'm pretty sure it's getting like 140 points or something like that in the second half of the season.
Well, I mean, you say that, but I mean, he failed to score points in both rounds at Townsville and Monza.
Townsville was the last round of the first half of the season.
Okay, so he failed to score points in Monza.
Failed to
I mean,
score points in
Bryson,
Monza.
maybe, I don't know what. Someone could probably do the math for that, but I can't be bothered.
First in the
Yeah,
previous.
Boucher confirmed out of the race.
Oh, Torres has had a bad exit.
And now he's lost out to six.
Torres.
So I said Torres was doing something.
Shut up! Shut your damn mouth.
I make that 3 jinx.
That
There's a
linked
what?
wrist is looking good.
Hang on, Ethan. Yeah, but your jinxes aren't as strong as mine today. Oh, he's got back ahead of
Torres
Sting anyway.
back up into the top 4, but's lost now is 1.7 seconds, or no, say 1.7 seconds behind Bison.
Tell you what, Bison might get Perez here.
Oh, Perez is moving. Mendes
Never mind,
clear.
Mendes.
Oh, is Bison going to
And
take
Bison.
Bison? Oh, Mendes has lost out. Perez now leads from Bison.
Mendes
Torres
follows.
is now going to have a run on Mendes. Yeah, Torres is now making...
Surely, if Bison gets the race lead here, the championship is over. There was no way.
Torres is now up to 3rd place.
gets ahead of it in the straight as well. That's excellent by Torres. Meanwhile, Vice on Perez.
Oh, Bison's having a look.
Oh,
Oh, it's
They bang
right.
wheels, and Perez
And
gets
now
the better
they've
exit.
got Torres, Mendes, Singh, the top 5 covered by just 1 second. Another 3/10 to Winfield.
And I mean, if
There's
you look,
so many cars that could win this race at this point.
so watch like someone get damaged and the whole race spices up during the pit stops. As the Bahrain PowerPoint again kicks in.
No, oh my god.
Okay, can we just like give Bahrain a 20-year contract?
2.4 seconds between first and second. They're on about 2 seconds of each other. Oh my god.
I mean, look at that. 2.5 seconds between the top 7 in the race.
Oh, Nikolaev's dropped back a bit. But still. It's so
And
close.
Lindvist is closing in. That was 7.2 a second ago. Well, there we go. That's just him going for the core drive edition, yeah.
It seems like Glicksteiner and Thompson having a scrap. No one cares about that. Because this, oh my goodness.
Blink and you miss it. We'll look back for 2 seconds. We'll come back and like Perez will be like 4th or something stupid.
Well, you essentially have 3 massive straights in a row where people can overtake.
You got long straight into hairpin, long straight into sharp right, long straight into sharp right.
currently, Asta Racing is
Torres
leading.
hasn't had the best exit there. Mendes might have a look at Torres.
This could be dicey.
Yeah, no, Mendes is not going to make the risk. He's matured a lot as a driver this season, made a lot of errors in the early parts that cost him so many points which might cost him the championship. And now sort of a very mature and patient driver.
Because, I mean, Bison is running. The only way I can see Walker and Bison not securing the championship here is if either he gets spun out or he breaks out. Or he gets screwed over in the pit stops. But
well, imagine this, though. You know, they're all so close to the top, like 6. Yeah, top 6 are within 2 seconds of each other. Across a pit stop, that could, you know, someone like Winfield might be leading. So you never know what's going to happen with these top 6. And you have to think, second, third, and fourth are in the top 4 of the championship.
And Amara Perez would be in the championship if she showed up every weekend.
This would be Perez's 3rd win of the season.
Amara Perez is just the Deji of WTCL. If she actually bothers, she's world class. It's just she doesn't half the time. Like, I think that's the best analogy I can give for Amara Perez.
Very good line by Bison to try get that run. Going a bit less tight on the exit, and that's going to just help to get on the back of Perez. It's about a 10th, but that 10th could be everything when it comes to the next, right?
I mean,
yeah, Bison's now down to 2 attempts. Taking a very good line.
Insert dramatic music here.
Oh, and all over the back of Perez now.
All I'm saying is if Bison messes this up and blows up, this will be hilarious.
Bison's there closing. Bison needs to
gets a set stream, pull out. Goes out. Oh, Bison, you.
Oh no, very patient. Oh, Bison get a little dicey, and now Torres is on the back of Bison. 4/10 of a second.
Tell you what, I tell you what, Angelo Torres is having a stellar drive.
And Bison's closing on Perez.
Torres is having the best race of his life here. Started 10th up to 3rd.
Well, Torres has been a driver that makes a lot of overtakes, particularly in the makes loads of overtakes in the sprint race. So Torres now going for Bison.
Damn it, my cheeks didn't work.
Side by side.
Why is my... Oh, okay, it's fine.
And Bison holds on. Oh my goodness. Torres has made a lot of overtakes in the sprint races, but it's generally just started well in the feature races and held on. This one gained 7 places. And oh my god, it's just so close. 1.5 seconds between the top 6. Nikolaev slowly catching back in.
Yeah, I mean, behind that, you've got like Nikolaev, Henry, Lindfish just being a bit static. Maybe
Nikolaev's now
just
having
not having
about
the pace
2
in the
seconds.
car, I don't know, but.
Ooh, Torres is all over the back of Bison, and Mendez is all over the back
And
of Torres.
Mendes is all over the back of them. And then
Oh,
comes
Winfield is
Winfield
making a
and
move.
say this is going to be fun. What is this?
Oh, Winfield's
Like,
making. Bison's had a
wait,
terrible run, and
what is
Winfield's
going on?
gone.
Saffron Winfield has just jumped about half the
Oh.
front grid there.
Oh my
Three
goodness,
wide.
it's 3 wide.
It's an
How have they
Esther one too.
Winfield has
What?
just gained
Where am
4
I at?
places down one straight. Bison's fighting back, and Torres is fighting back.
And Winfield's madness is
And
rolled
Winfield's
off.
going to have the exit. Nikolaev might have Torres now.
What am I watching?
Oh, and Winfield's now pulling out on Bison. But that's going to mean a Winfield to a bad exit, and that's going to mean Torres is all over the back of Winfield. Oh, goodness. They all look very racy.
Here we go.
Oh, and
Winfield pulls
Winfield
out
pulls
Bison.
Bison. And, oh my god, Nikolaev's making a dive bomb on Torres.
Whoa, and Nikolaev airborne!
Nikolaev mounts the back of Torres.
And
Oh
that,
my
kids, is how
God.
the WTCL 2 cars are being made. So
Oh
that's
my
Nikolaev dropping back to 8. She's going to be under pressure from Lingfist. Meanwhile, sitting on the inside of Henry. Under pressure
That was
from
a
Henry.
late move, and it's hurt Torres.
Can we get a replay of that? Because I didn't get an actually clearly look at that. Because that was.
I will say,
Yeah,
that's a very late move. That's a very late move.
That's the old Nikolaev coming out there.
Yeah. That's
pre-Silverstone Nikolaev.
So that could be another penalty there. That was very late and it's hurt Torres' race. And it could have, taken both of them out if they'd hit each other a bit harder. So.
Wow.
Oh my goodness. This now, Nikolaev, Torres, damage, question mark. How's that going to affect the pit stops?
Pretty much Nikolaev out of any slim title hope she had. She was mathematically possible, but that's pretty much killed her minuscule chance.
Also, that whole incident is essentially just.
Also, I think Austin Lindvist had an
incident.
incident. I don't know. He lost like 2 seconds on Nikolaev. What happened there? Must have ran wide somewhere. Let's have a look.
Yeah, Lindqvist lost about 2 seconds somewhere.
That's how. Half spun it. God's sake, Lindqvist. We look like a bunch of fucking wankers.
Ooh, Iskander's on reverse grid bowl.
And guess who's signed him as their endurance driver? Master plan.
Christopherson's gained about 10 places this race.
Christopherson has generally been a very good driver this season, though.
I will say, with this result of first and the second, that could bring Esther right back into the team's championship hunt against Drake.
Why are we looking at this? What is...
Since when did we get the Monaco race directors?
I mean, that was good for a different reason. At least we were able to mean that. But that Perez has just taken advantage of all the carnage and pulled away. Bison holding Perez.
I thought that was going to end in a crash.
Henry 7th as we look back to the front. There is Saffron Winfield on the back of Wolfgang Bison.
Winfield or Mendez might have a look. Winfield's not gone. Has Mendez? No, he's full. Yeah, that's what.
And
Mendez has a bad
exit.
What's going on for Mendez? He's had a bad exit.
Was it just a bad exit?
Yeah, it is. Back straight on the pace for Mendez.
I thought his gearbox had gone for a second.
For a second, I thought, is he having a bad exit? No, that's very slow. That might be gearbox.
The WTCL. Wait, you never know if it's just the driver being bad or their gearbox is dead. See, if we had just counted the points for like the last 6 races, With It Singh would have won the title. So technically, that wasn't a bad prediction by me. Yeah, like,
I mean, I can't say anything about my prediction. My prediction got injured for half the season.
I mean, mine was Leicester, who got fired, and Singh, who pretty much only woke up at around Interlagos.
Corleone was leading the championship until
he got injured and then returned and went out.
I think Daniel ended up off sort of recording, ended up saying he thought Corleone was going to be a dark horse for the championship.
Yeah, can I just say now, right? I'm going to keep everyone occupied over pre-season by just dropping the diss track and went out. I might do that, I might not. Depends if I can be bothered, to be honest. Plus, it depends on whether or not I'm actually able to do it. Because, yeah. Moving on. Do you see Lindvis, the best driver on the grid, closely followed by Corleone, under pressure from Balaji. The WTCL commentary team is completely unbiased. Moving on.
I mean, the on paper best driver is done in 20 seconds due to yet another qualifying engine failure.
Oh yes, Dufa have reported that they were actually given some interesting engines that look like the Heart engines.
No, they just misplaced their engines and had to borrow some of Stoffel's.
Oh God.
I think my engine was sabotaged by someone.
I've actually heard a rumor David Lester signed up to be an engineer at Dufa. Ah, yes. So if you turn the engine off, it goes a lot quicker. I mean, it almost worked for him at Stoffel.
Oh, well, I've been yapping. It's already now lap 12 of 24, so around halfway into the race. I'll be in the halfway points exactly in about
pit stops, by the way.
5 seconds. Oh, who's in the pits?
Huh.
No.
Oh, sorry, that's Prober.
Yes.
There's a couple in pits.
Yes.
Yeah,
Lorenzo and Boucher,
yeah.
who are both retired even. That's why we have the fancy graphic for.
I can't read.
I think even is this L kick.
Oh, look, nice to tell. Torres is right back in this.
Wow.
Oh, Torres is giving a little nudge to Winfield and have a little slide there.
Torres, stop being horny, you simp. Maybe what I'll say on Mendes, eh? Pretty much, if you don't hug the inside... What I'm learning from this race is if you don't hug the inside line, you might have to just give up on any overtaking.
Oh, Torres has got a big dent in the front of his car, so that might take a lot of time to repair in the pit lane.
That might be it, actually, for him.
That's not going to look too great.
Christopher still on reverse grip pole. That would be interesting.
Oh, balls.
Huh?
Unbiased commentary continues. Oh, balls. You dropped about 4 places out of nowhere, so I'm assuming he's had like a incident of his own.
To be fair, I don't know whether you've just like gone white somewhere, or is it actually just you being you?
I mean, going wide is you being you, so.
But are you sure that that is actually you being you, or are you uncertain that it was you being you?
This is the proper
I
time.
broke his mind for a second. I broke his mind. I actually broke.
Ethan.exe has stopped
By the way,
working.
can I just say no? That's one thing I'm gonna miss about you. I'm not gonna be able to make all the jokes.
You still here next season?
Wait, which unfortunate
Oh,
teams
Torres is making a move on Winfield.
Okay, in my defense, my brain just like forgets really important.
Torres has a bad corner and it's going to have a terrible exit now.
Oh yeah, Yu's going to
Yeah. Yu's going to Ironside, and
Ironside.
Lichtensteiner's going the other way.
Okay, so I will still be able to make Q puns. I suppose that is bad news for all of you, but it's really good for me.
It's even though Lichtensteiner's having probably the worst race of this season, he's 10th in the championship and he's won a race, so probably an upgrade there. Not gonna lie. This is the thing, Torres. He's kept getting into incidents this race and falling back, but then he rockets back up onto the back of someone, and he's just gained tenths and tenths and tenths where other people can't really gain that time. So he's been quick, but he's just been sloppy, and I think that's probably the way you can describe most of his season.
I call it the Volkswagen.
It's not even that. Somebody you see, like Bison, he's Mr. Consistent, just going around track, making many decent lap times and just sort of going along his way, and that's why he's winning the championship. Whereas Torres has been, when he's quick, he's pretty much the most consistently fast person, but then he makes about 500 errors in the space of a race. Like if he just could keep his
Cordova
car.
What happened to the Cordova? Why is Cordova last? Cordova's out of the race.
Cordova's retired. Oh no!
What? I was just looking at the right. What happened to Cordova then? I was just looking at the standings. Suspension.
Oh, something's broken.
That is a massive blow for Louis Cordova's season.
And Envy are having a whale of a time there. Because
that pretty much means that Cordova has no chance of winning their championship.
You can get, I think, 42 max from the feature race, and now he's got 40. The Cordova's going to be dead last. Bison's currently on the course to get, I think, 34 points, I think, and he's 45 odd points ahead of, Mendez and Torres. So, yeah, Bison way on track to win the championship.
The massive blow for Drake Racing, the team standing.
I get the feeling we're going to see a massive shuffle of the order when the pits happen.
Yeah. Oh, Bison's got a big bump on his rear bumper. Big dent.
What did I say?
Yeah, big dent on the back of Bison, and there's a big sort of bit of damage at the front of Torres. Winfield looks fine. I think Perez is probably fine.
Are you allowed to say woman look fine, or is that going to make you some sort of I don't know. Are you allowed to say that? I don't know.
That's a terrible joke.
That wasn't even a joke to that. I'm asking a genuine question because Twitter is weird and I might find this.
Thank God we don't have Twitter.
Well, we do. Just minus all the cancel culture. And minus pretty much all the negative stuff.
Bison's caught up to Perez now. And Torres is once again, for about the 50th time in the last 3 laps, all over the back of Winfield. See what I mean? Catching up to the leaders, catching up to the guy in front, makes about 500 errors, then drops back and does it again.
This race looked like it was about to be a classic, but yeah, I don't know.
Everyone essentially crashed into each other, and that's just given everyone space.
Oh. And I'm in pain because Balajin jumped Lingvist.
It's all about exits here.
I'm just saying, the moment this season ends, I'll be walking up to that Honda HQ.
Or VW. They'll probably have another space open.
I might nab Volkswagen, I might nab Honda. We'll wait and see.
Oh, Bison
goes for the race lead. Gets it? No, because the outside line. That's the thing, though. If you can't...
Torres has dropped off the back of Winfield big time.
No, well,
Lost-
Angelina Torres was having
Lost
such
about
a good
2
race.
seconds on Winfield.
Wow.
Just terrible exit.
Winfield decided to use that booster button. She got a mushroom, that's what it was. She got power up and she got a mushroom and she pressed A and she used it. Bloody Mario Kart. To be fair, still it's.
Oh, Perez is out!
It's
Perez
a Marlon
retired!
Perez out of the race.
Oh no.
Amara Perez from potentially winning the race.
At the same spot that Lorenzo
I'm just
retired.
imagining now Envy calling up Perez to be like, and Perez be like, "Who's this?" And then fucking Envy be like, "Spinala." I'm like, wait, is that 2 drivers who have had a chance of winning the race that have both retired this race? And Zimmerman retired at some point. Hang on, Zimmerman is out. What happened to Zimmerman?
Oh, Zimmerman's out, yeah.
Absolute nightmare for Baltica.
Lorenzo.
Parked it. That's something has failed there for sure. That is a heartbreak for Baltica. Zimmerman could have had a reverse grid pole, and Lorenzo could have won the race, but now both of them have retired. Baltica are watching this race crying. Bergen are watching this race doing bloody dances around the room.
Yeah, failure. Lorenzo and Perez both retired from seemingly the same issue at the same corner.
Could I just say now that pretty much means Baltica are relegated because both their drivers are starting at the back for the reverse grade and they're 11 points behind Bergen. So unless Zimmerman or Lorenzo do
11th.
Yep, that pretty much confirms that Baltica are going down.
Like 8 points or something this race and starting 6th for the next. And Rodriguez is on reverse grid pole.
Yeah. And Cordova, I said it! Cordova reverse grid pole, it's the reverse grid pole master plan for him qualifying poorly.
Yeah, eventually everyone will retire in front of Corleone.
I mean, it's very possible. We have seen a lot of retirements. And pit stops will be coming up soon. I get the feeling that's going to shake up the order as well.
How long can these cars go? Well, 20 laps here, something like
that? Yeah, 19, 18.
Yeah, so we're lap 16, so a few laps away from pit stops. And that, Weisson's got damage. Torres has got damage. So we could see a very different... I think Mendes has a bit of damage. On side, maybe? No. Just lighting. Mendes doesn't. Singh doesn't. Henry doesn't. Nikolaev definitely does after that absolute kamikaze move on Torres.
So we might have a battle for P9. Here comes the pit stops.
Oh, pit stops. Mendes is pitting.
Under pressure from Singh. Yeah, it looks like they're all pitting.
Yellow flag. Someone's retired.
It's Iskander.
Oh, he's blown up in Corleone's now in reverse grid pole.
The master plan!
Yeah,
never underestimate the Leicester Motorsport master plan.
And they're now dropping like flies now in this race.
The look.
Here it comes.
Tell you what. Corley over pole, here it is. The master plan. The master plan. Whatever you want to call it. I don't know.
Got De Bonaventura all over the back of him, though.
How are you say now? Corleone's died 25th. Now, yes, it's been retirement.
Weisson's pitting. Winfield's pitting. Torres isn't. Torres is going longer.
Torres
Mendes pitting. Sings
from Indianapolis.
not pitting. Henry's not pitting.
Nikolaev's
not pitting.
Balazin
is.
Lindqvist
isn't. Madsen isn't. Travalian isn't. Christopherson is. Firmino isn't. Jarbo isn't. Rodrigo isn't. And Corleone isn't. De Bonaventura isn't. Lim isn't.
Okay.
Lim's made big gains this race. Up from, I think, 31st, 15th. Oh, Babinu, Vanderland, and you.
And look, it's the world's quickest Chinese driver. Closely followed by Marking Ha. Oh, wait, no, Guan Yu Zhou, never mind. I mean, Marking Ha is a very close third, though. So how will the pit stops affect this race? We are about to see.
Yeah, also going to see. Oh. Going along, though.
By the way, if you're a patriotic Englishman like me, we are playing terrible. It's 0-0 after half an hour. There's been nothing to talk about. Southgate out, get him out, get the Ford out. So,
I mean, I've got the match going on in the background.
I'm
This has
watching
been,
it. Okay,
the
here we
race
go
has
then.
been
Here
too
they
interesting.
come.
You can't watch it.
And we're going to see what's
Bison,
better for
Winfield
Bahrain.
in.
Under or
Torres is
overcut?
going. I think it's how much do you want to be held up in the pits? If you go as long as possible, you might be able to pit without anyone else sort of getting in the way.
And the white dots on your left, that indicates the drivers who are coming to the pits. So, Winfield, Balachin, Bison, and Mendes all paired.
That's about it.
Christopherson comes in.
Oh, Madison there. Yeah, Torres.
Staying
Torres
down.
is going further still. Yeah, I think Torres.
Singh pitting,
Oh.
Henry pitting.
Oh, Nikolaev's hit Henry as well now. That's
What?
2 drivers that have been. Yeah, it
Nikolaev.
looks a long way back. Another driver who's been kamikaze by Nikolaev this race. Both Henry
He's
has
doing what I
big
do.
damage.
He's doing what I do whenever I try to drive an R Factor.
Well,
I just get bored after half a lap and just don't brake.
Oh,
And hit
is Henry blowing up? I thought it was. He looks very slow. I don't know.
No,
I
it's
thought
probably just because he got rammed in the back even.
Yeah.
So,
Cars coming out the pit lane.
Bison's dropped back.
Bison?
Rainfield takes provisional race lead, followed by Mendes and Balagine, who is got out.
Winfield, Mendes.
Bison has dropped
Ballas.
back. Bison has dropped back. He's only just getting out. This is disastrous for Wolfgang Bison. Did I curse him into losing this title somehow? I did say that he might get screwed over in the pit stops, and well, it looks like he most definitely has.
I think Nikolaev could be getting disqualified from this weekend's whole after kamikazing 2 of the drivers this race.
Well, yeah, and there is Saffron Winfield, the other female drivers trying to get P22 after coming out in the pit stops. And if you see the brackets 1, that indicates that driver has made a pit stop.
Yeah, Winfield's only done about half a season.
Well,
And
here's
yet,
the thing about Saffron Winfield we've seen,
has
though.
2 wins and is currently leading off the. Provisionally leading, I think.
Well, the thing about Saffron Winfield is she either wins the race or she doesn't do anything. So this would follow the trend, I guess.
Absolutely.
So it's going to be interesting to see where the next round of pit stops comes.
Oh,
So
there you go.
comes
Sting
in.
peels off.
Nikolaev's staying out.
continues on. Henry is coming in. I can't see who else is happening. What?
Madison
Tim
coming.
left.
They came
Sting,
in. Henry
Henry.
came in. Madison.
Travail.
Trevian.
Firmino, it does seem to be.
Lindis isn't. Firmino.
Firmino, yes, is. Oh, here we come, Rodriguez. De
And here,
Bonaventura,
yeah, pretty much
Corleone,
everyone.
Avenue.
Oh.
Vanderlin's going on. Yu's going on.
Rodriguez on Chavo.
Oh,
So that might be the first time I've actually seen Chavo actually
Ryan's
do
in the
anything.
pits. Oh, you.
As we see Winfield just slowly grinding up the order. Like.
Yeah, Winfield first. And look at the map, how far Bison is still back.
Is Torres pitting this lap then?
There comes Madison.
No.
Now.
No, Torres is still going.
He tried. I told you he's going to do it. You in Indianapolis. Lindgren
I mean, that would be one way to win it.
Ah,
I don't
yes.
think-
Who needs fuel anyway?
Seeing how rapid he's been at points this race, I don't think he's particularly been conserving fuel. So I don't think Torres can make it to the end. I think Nikolaev's used up all the fuel on dive bombing. Goodness. He's put Winfield ahead of Mendes, Singh, Balajin,
Oh,
Madison,
that's-
Bison, Henry,
Just
Travian.
ahead of Avenue. I think in some way, I know Ezio and Corleone were fighting. I wonder if they gave each other damage in that duel. And has the Bonaventura just pulled over? Has he just retired from the race?
Yeah, the pit
blown
lane.
up in the pit lane.
I mean, if that doesn't sum up any of the Bonaventura's weekend, Daniel, it's okay. Daniel, it's okay. You can put the gun
No.
down, Daniel.
It's another engine. Oh my god.
Who actually, David Lester? If you're working at Daniel, can you reach out to me? Please, I want to know why is his engine so bad? Has he just gone down the arrows? Yeah, Corleone had damage, so I'm assuming him and Bonaventura must have rammed each other. Didn't fix the damage, to be fair.
Oh goodness. This is sad and hilarious. Oh, Torres passed there.
Yeah,
Torres now has to worry
Right,
about
let's see when
traffic
Lindvis
here.
is coming out. That's what we all care about. And by all, I mean me. If you heard
Who's
background
pitting
noise,
there?
my annoying brother
Nikolev's
is home.
pitting. Is Torres pitting?
Well, let's see, because Yaro pits, Rodriguez pits,
I don't know why we're looking at nothing here.
because the camera man is drunk, that's why. Okay, Nikolaev and Torres
Torres
now.
is pitting. Yeah,
Torres
Torres
getting
has got a
helmet by
lot of
one.
damage. So Torres is dropping. He'll be dropping down the order like a stone. Unless this is an ingenious strategy.
Well, at the moment, Balagine is on reverse with pole, but obviously pit stops happening now, so we'll see if that changes.
Nikolaev and Torres are out in front.
Oh.
The Dye's
They're
out.
out.
Ndai's out. What's happened to Ndai?
It's gearbox.
There's now only 24 cars in the race.
Ah, stuck in fourth gear.
Back and forth gearbox. Yeah, nearly took out Winfeld there. Oh
Well,
my
that would have
goodness.
been Dye for you, I suppose.
Yeah, so down to just 24 cars, 8 retirements.
And Lindvis has come out, and P8. Master plan by Leicester. Once again, we benefit in the pit stops.
Torres, I think, is...
See,
where's Torres?
that's the thing about us, you see. Our car has no pace, but our pit stops are rapid.
Madison was behind Lindquist before the pit stops.
Ah, but you
So-
see, he's up there.
Oh.
Hang on, how is Lindvis jumped Bison by 19 seconds? That's what I mean.
Torres is, I think, stuck behind someone.
Must be, I don't know. But Torres and
Yeah,
Nicolai have pit.
we are
So
right,
let's see how this goes. So as they come out of the pits, who is going to jump up? So here they come.
No. Oh, this is concerning. You can't even keep
This
up
is
with
gonna
Conor
be-
Ryan.
I'm keeping an eye on 16th, 25th at the moment, trying to see who's actually going to be on reverse grid pole. At the moment, it's Lim. Lim is on reverse grid pole.
2 cars yet to pit, though. Torres comes in, got damage for days, so probably not staying there. Then you've got Nikolaev coming in, also probably damaged for days.
So let's keep an eye on Winfield. Can we just not focus on the pit lane of turn one? Let's just see where Winfield is.
Winfield's probably going to come out
So
front.
Winfield is currently going through
It
the
takes
second
about 40 seconds to go through the pit lane. That was about the gap to Winfield, but Torres had a bit of damage, and Nikolaev was 5 seconds behind Torres, so... I think for someone like Torres, it's trying to get out in the top 5 still.
Here comes
Or for
Winfield.
Nikolaev, it's just not trying to go completely out of it. Will you come Winfield?
So Winfield is going to lead. No doubt about it. But we'll keep an eye on Torres.
Oh god, this is going terribly for Torres and Nikolaev. They're
Oh,
still
yes.
not going.
I'm
no.
so sad for Torres.
You sarky bastard.
I'm British, that's all we know.
Then a
So
big
Lindvis-
gap to Bryson.
Lindvis has jumped up to 6th. Leicester master plan in the pit stops again. I tell you,
That's why
there is no, we are the red. We are. Oh,
Oh,
here we go.
both of them are going now.
I thought by the. I thought they both.
Bryson's getting past both of them, but I think they're both getting out ahead of Henry.
So they're going to get into a nice spot here with a nice bit of clean air. Madison has the current fastest lap again. So let's see. Keep an eye on Henry here. Why are we
Well,
seeing
Torres and Nikolaev
this
are going to be on the
camera
freshest
up.
tyres. So,
yeah, so Henry. Yeah,
clean
okay.
air.
So Torres got ahead of Nikolaev. Nikolaev has stayed out ahead of Henry. Currently on reverse grid pole, it's Kenneth Lim.
oh,
that would
Henry's
be
not actually repaired damage to the back of his car. No, did he get that coming out the pit lane, sir?
I wonder if Lim has
No.
actually secured reverse grid
No, he's
pole.
not
here.
repaired it.
Lim has pulled well and clear of the Bavenu, so that's pretty much him on reverse grid pole, unless someone blows up. So we see Corleone, Vandaline, and Bavenu. This could be interesting. This is a battle for P17, which could
Lim's
affect
on reverse grid pole. Babin, Vandalin, Corleone, and you. And next
Yeah.
round, Ryan Atkinson
I
and
mean, here's the
Thompson.
thing: we have seen attrition has been a pretty valuable part in this race, so we'll see if that strategy continues. But
Lim's 5 seconds ahead of Babin, though.
yeah, that's what I mean. I mean, the only way I think Lim doesn't get it is if someone retires in front of him, and then it's wide open for that 17th
I mean, on
spot.
average,
Yeah.
you've got about someone retiring every
Here we go,
2.5
Helen
laps.
Island. Gonna
So
cut you off.
statistically, someone else going
Oh,
by the
But
way
there
there.
it is!
What?
Tyson! That is massive. Right, that's blowing the championship wide open. That is blowing the
Mendes is now
championship
in with
wide
the shot.
open. And now that fight for reverse grid pole. Corneo, come on!
I was just saying, statistically, someone else was about to retire. And as I was saying,
And I think I
Tyson-
jinxed him by saying the only way he doesn't win is if he blows up or gets screwed over in the pit stops, and both things happened.
Heartbreak.
Oh my goodness.
Ah! Hello, Envy.
Well, at the current rate,
Well,
the
now
championship lead's going
let's
to be
keep an eye on
about.
that fight for reverse grid
13.
pole here, because Baron
I
Lemon,
think, it's going to be about 13.
because Baron Vandaline and Corleone are on a fight for reverse grid pole, and there is 4 temps separating them.
So it's going to be about 13 points at the moment between Mendes and Vyson in the championship. Vyson is going to start 24th.
Yep.
And Mendes is going to start 16th. So Mendes will have to properly have a charge. And
I mean, at the moment, we're saying
still.
this could be the fight for reverse grid pole. Let's not forget there could still be other retirements.
Well, if Winfield retires, it goes then down to
Yeah.
about 5 points.
I mean, if anyone above a head of these retires, then pretty much one of these is getting screwed over, and the others are absolutely loaded.
Yeah. Hate to be.
I need Corleone to do something here. Please get reverse grid pole, Corleone. This would be a perfect race for us.
Statistically, we're probably going to get, at the rate they've currently been retiring at, we're probably going to have some retire in the last lap. So.
Here we go then, heading towards turn 1. Bavin, Vandalene and Corleone, the fight for reverse grid pole. And none
they
of them
all
are
crash
doing
into
anything.
each other and you gets it. No.
I mean, that's what you want to happen. Oh, it's Bavin, you right in Vandalene and Corleone! Bavin, you bottles it!
No
Corleone,
way.
if you can't get past the motor cars, I swear to God.
Oh, God. I thought I saw a puff of smoke there, and I was like, oh my goodness, is it you?
And now he might actually lose out to you. That would just be the greatest humiliation. Yellow
Yellow
flag.
flag.
What's
Lim!
happening? Lim!
What?
Yes! Corleone on pole! Yes! Come on! Fucking have it! No bias at all.
What?
Well,
I said before this
Do the
race,
first
Corleone is
lap,
getting reverse grid pole.
statistically,
I swear to God,
we've
if Corleone
still
blows
got
up, I'm
about
not
2
gonna...
laps to go. And
I swear to God,
it's
if
about
Corleone blows up, I can't take
2.2
this.
laps, someone's retired.
If
So
Corleone
it's
blows
still
up,
might
I'm
have-
not... No.
At
Don't
the
do
rate
this
they're
again.
currently going, we still might have another person retire on top.
I'll tell you what, even if
game.
Corleone ends up second or third for the reverse grid race, I don't care. That'd be massive. Madison or Ballagine, this is for
4th.
4th. This is actually quite important. As they bang wheels, and Ballagine or Madison, well, I tell you what, Madison has had a fine race, to be fair. Started 21st into the top 5, so for the first time this season. Don't know if you can hear me clapping, but I was clapping Madison's performance. Lindvist! Could things be about to get even better for Leicester Motorsport? As Madison looks like he's about to get past Ballagine. And if one of these goes offline, Austin Lindvist might have a go here, and he is. Oh!
Contact.
Well, he's got past Madison, but that's interesting.
Lichtsteiner and Lim retired.
Tell you
meanwhile.
what, I said this race was door. The pit stops have made this race absolutely epic. And if if Winfield, Mendes, or Singh retires, this is going to be a battle for the final podium spot.
11 drivers have retired so far this way.
Yep.
And at the rate they've currently been retiring, as I said, we're still probably going to have another.
Well, there's Lichtsteiner retiring.
Oh, it's the same
But
issue.
thankfully, that wasn't consequential.
and-
Lichtsteiner was towards the wheel anyway.
It looks same issue as Cordova
Look, you can
and
even see Lim.
Lorenzo.
You can even see the limb. That's just hilarious.
Yeah.
That
Same
corner is
issue
a
as
curse.
Cordova
By
and
the way,
Lorenzo.
it's pretty much half time, and England still are beating Scotland. Delete our nation, please. If we can't beat Scotland, we're going out in the round of 16. Right, so at the moment, Corleone reverse grid pole, and Lindvist is in P5. I'm scared. I mean, I'm literally shaking right now. And that kind of sums up how bad our season has been when I'm getting hyped over 16th and 5th. But the first good part, Ethan said that we hadn't got a podium all season. If Corleone gets a first grid pole, we're getting a podium. Unless he blows up.
He's saying that, yeah.
Unless he blows up now. And I swear to God, if Corleone blows up now, I'm actually going to cry. I will physically jump out my window and just kill myself. As you can tell, no bias on commentary here. We don't favour our drivers at all. We are balancing every driver equally. Winfield leads, Mendes Singh, Balashine, Lindquist running up the top 5, Madison in P6, Angelina Torres had a good start, Scott over in the pits, 7th, Nikolaev, Henry rounds out in 9th, and Trevor Lian were a good start. This would be Fitzbergian in P10, Christopherson, Firmino, Sharma, Rodriguez, Van der Lee, and Corleone running out your point.
Last lap now.
Corleone has dropped. No, okay. I thought for a second Corleone had dropped back from Van der Lee, but no, I was reading the section on Rodriguez and Van der Lee. So I was just confused myself. So now they come to start the final lap of the race, because obviously that counter is accurate, unlike the old one, which just confused the hell out of me somehow. And it looks like Madison, Lindquist, and Balashine are not going to be helping up their fight for P4 here. As Paul Balashine is trying to fend off Lindquist, goes into turn 1, and we'll do just that.
Very good defensive positioning there by Balashine.
I mean, to be fair, we have seen Balashine has proven to be a very good driver this season. I mean, he's managed to carry that Honda car to a potential title fight. I'm going to count the points up after this.
I mean, Balashine, I think, 5th in the standings, and
yeah, 5th coming into this. I'll add up the points after this, so we'll see what the title fight is like going.
With Cordova going, Balashine and Torres being a few places behind. I think Balashine jumps up to 3rd.
Balashine and 3rd, yep.
It's Weiss and Mendes, Balashine, Cordova.
I mean, at one point this race, it looked like Weissen was going to go on and win the title, but now, with him retiring, this entire series is completely wide open.
I mean, it's still about 13 points. It still means that Mendes is going to have to make up like 9 or 10 places in the next race. Middle
section now. I'll tell you what, this Bahrain race started off brilliantly, went to shit, the pit stops happened, and now it's great again. Because that fight for reverse grid pole was the best acting we've ever seen in this race. But anyway, where's Winfield? Winfield is coming down that last straight now. And I'll tell you what, Saffron Winfield, she's had a very nice race here. I'm going to check where she started down in P8. Worked her way up the field using that nice Esther car. And for Saffron Winfield, well, she's a driver who either wins or does nothing, and that strategy and that pattern will continue. Saffron Winfield under the lights at Bahrain crosses the line to win the Bahrain Grand Prix. With Mendes Singh rounding up the podium places. And okay, Balashine, Lindquist, and Madison, they're going to have a sprint to the line.
Then we're going to have wait about 20 seconds before the next car comes along.
Yep, that's Torres, who was having a very nice race, Torres, but sadly for him, he just got screwed over in the pit stops, but managed to put in a decent performance nonetheless for my best mate, Ethan Ivers, to cross the line in P7, unless his car blows up on the run to the line.
I wouldn't be shocked.
It's fine. He's not a goofy car. Nikolaev, she had pace, and then she decided to try and make a baby and completely lost her pace.
She's 8th, but she's not going to
Liam Henry, can we just say now, after Imola, he looked a joke, but I tell you what, he's kept his head down and got knives. Trev Lian, a big result this for Tibergi, and pretty much ensures survival. Christopherson, I think, is going to hold on for Firmino as they come across the line. Just about for Christopherson. Back in 13th. Jarbo, who gets a decent result. Double points for Tibergi for the first time since 2007. They came back to me. Corleone got my first grid pole! Come on! Yes! He couldn't blow up!
Atkinson and Thompson.
Yes.
Only 21 or 32 cars finished this place.
I'm just saying, that sprint race is wide open. Right, let me calculate the point. So Bison got 9. Right, I'll make a note when they finish. Cordova didn't get any. 0-0. Mendes finished 2nd. Torres 7th and got fastest lap. Balashine come in the end. My brain has died. Fourth. Babinu finished nowhere. Finished 17th, so he'll get nothing. And Nikolaev got 8. So let me make a note of these points. I'll try and finish this up before we round this up. So Mendes got 2nd. So I'll head down to the point section. So 32. So that'd be 234. So he jumps Cordova. Torres got 7th for the fastest lap. So that's 17. 219. Damage 4. And 20. So what is that? 214. 216. I mean, you got nothing, so that's 192. That's 247. 223. And Nikolai got 8, so that's 197. So, and Mendes on 239. Did I do nothing? Yeah, I did. So Mendes 234. Like 25, so yeah, that's pretty much the cut-off point, unless it's, oh no, it's 27. No, okay, I did the math. Only 3 drivers now actually have a mathematical chance of winning it.
Being?
Well, I mean, I think I've done the math right. Vice, so it's 27, so it's down to 220, because Vicen's on 237, 47. Mendes is on 234, and Cordova is on 223. However, Vice and Cordova are starting from the back. And, well, Mendes is starting P15. So, unless Mendes can do an absolute worldly performance. Yeah.
Technically. So, it's in a position where
And Torres
Mendes
is 1 point out of it.
Loads of places he can get.
Okay, so Mendes needs 13 points or higher. To get 13 points or higher, he has to finish in the top 4 in the sprint race. And he's starting P15. So, and that also ensures that Bison doesn't score points.
What we're looking at, essentially, with this top 4, we're looking at essentially Mendes versus Bison, and Cordova is not really going to be in it.
I mean, yeah, the only way Cordova win, the only way Cordova can win it is if both Mendes and Bison fail to score points and Cordova wins. And given Cordova is starting from the back, I don't think that's happening. So, I mean, I'm keeping him mathematically, but realistically, obviously not got a chance.
Yeah.
The only, I mean, yeah, but basically,
it's Bison versus Mendes, and then
other
than that, you've got a situation of if Mendes gets enough points, he can jump Bison. But I think if Balagin or Torres gets enough points, they can jump Bison and Cordova.
So basically, the only way that Bison doesn't win it is if Mendes gets top 4. Mendes has to get top 4 at minimum. And hope that Bison doesn't score points.
Mendes versus Bison, and then
I mean, unless Cordova wins.
Torres, Balagin, and Cordova fighting for third.
I mean, the other points that just missed out were Torres 219, Balagin 216, Nikolai 197, and Babinu 192. So Torres missed out on a potential championship chance by 1 point. So if Torres hadn't got screwed in the pit lane, he probably would have been in the title fight as well. But I mean, if Bison hadn't retired, he would have won the championship. So
yeah.
But no, Mendes has to get top 4 starting 15th. So, I'm not saying Bison's won it though. This is WTCL. He could end up winning the race at this point. Let's just wrap this up.
Yeah. That happened in that race. It was very exciting. We had retirements. We had all sorts of racing.
I mean, once again, for the second week in a row, we had Leicester just doing a madness in the pit stops.
Yeah. Winfeld overtook about 4 cars at one point, and that was what ultimately put Winfeld into the lead. Second place, but then Perez obviously retired. So, oh my goodness, a lot happened that race.
And I don't know if you guys heard, but Corleone got reverse grid pole. I don't know if you heard that.
Yeah, I didn't really remember hearing about that. Definitely
my ears are still ringing.
There's just permanent hearing loss from hearing.
Let's wrap this up. But
let's wrap this up.
Yeah, thank you so much for watching, and make sure to tune in tomorrow for the decider race. yeah, thank you again. Goodbye.